Bass strumming. Hot dog. Okay, if you're playing some country music, there is nothing better in the rhythm guitar department than a little nice bass strumming. And I'm going to show you two ways to do that, with an open style like I was just playing, and with something called, with a more palm muted style, which some folks call tic-tac bass. It's an excellent name, so let's call it that. Okay, groovy. So to do this in the more open style, so I'm just going to start with a D chord. The one thing that I really like to emphasize with this style is, especially when you're playing this more open style, is for the love of goodness, play rest strokes on the bass strings. So I'll play I'm holding a D chord and I'll play the open fourth string, and then I'll strum through the top three strings, and then I'll come down and I'll play the open A string, and then the top three strings again, because that makes it sound more like independent parts. You have a bass moving. Telly strings are kind of light. I can't hit them hard like that. And then you have this treble part. And then you put them together. And all you're doing is 1, 2, 3, 1. I might sometimes actually palm damp just the bass strings a little bit as I'm doing this. And you can do that with a sort of more stationary posture of the right hand. This works great with electric guitar because you don't have to worry about how much volume you're going to get out of it. If you're playing acoustic, I don't palm damp them, and it's really good to work on those rest strokes to get it open, so you can do it from a full strumming motion. But, okay, so a little palm damping maybe. And then, that takes us to tic-tac bass. So, this is just a more extreme or more full version of palm damping, but the same idea. Instead of going 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's all you're doing. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And it sounds really, really great if you're playing with a band that, say, if you're playing electric guitar and you're playing in a band. Maybe you're a 2 electric guitar band, so one guy's playing leads, and you've got an acoustic guitar in the band too, so they're covering the basic strumming version of it. This doubles along with your bass player, and it sounds great. Just a note about what notes to choose as your bass note. Traditionally, you'll play the root on beat 1, and the 5th probably on beat 3. Sometimes the 3rd on beat 3, but oftentimes it sounds better just toggling back between the root and the 5th. So that's what's happening here on this D chord. I'm playing the root, the D note, and then the 5th, the A note. If I was playing G, most often I would probably alternate the 6th string with the top 3 strings and the 4th string with the top 3 strings. Again, I don't want to be actually strumming the strings that I'm playing the bass notes on. You get a better kind of fuller sound by creating that separation. Something like that. You could, on this one, you could also play the 3rd. It's not my cup of tea, but one can do it. Okay, it actually sounds pretty good like that. On the C chord, I should get really, country. So there I'm going from the root to the fifth on the C chord. You'll note that I'm actually making a C chord with 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Third and fourth fingers at the 3rd fret on the 6th and 5th strings. That way I can alternate the bass really easy. But one could do it by moving the finger back and forth. This is my habit because it sounds better for strumming. Okay, and let's see. D we did, G we did, C we did, A. You could use the bass note, so you're gonna play the root on the 5th string, and then the 5th either on the 4th string or on the 6th string. If you want to play it in a higher register, probably better for tic-tac bass. Let me demonstrate. So the idea with tic-tac bass is that the 2 bass notes still are on 1 and 3. And instead of doing the strum, you just play one note. And you're just playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. E chord. I would probably pick the root on the 6th string and the 5th on the A string. Then you can get into bass runs and all kinds of other fun stuff. Have fun.